Good morning, thank you for joining me. I'm going to take you through a 10-minute sequence, which is nice to do in the morning, but can actually be done at any time of day. Let's start with rotations at the neck. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, make fists with your hands, gently punch the ground with your fists. Rest of your body is going to stay stable. All of the movement will be with the neck and head. Drop your chin towards your chest. Start to look over your right shoulder as much as you can. Continue the cycle, lift through your nose at the back. Start to look over your left shoulder and continue in this way for 2 more cycles. Really noticing how your neck is feeling here. If something doesn't feel right, immediately stop. And don't grind through any tense spots, just reduce the size of the circle. Perfect. When your chin comes back to your chest, start to go in reverse. Really look over each shoulder. Try to create nice smooth circles. Good. There's no need to rush, but when you have finished, relax your arms and lift your chin from your chest. Perfect. Start to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Either stay here or bring your right hand on top to add a little bit of weight. You can also extend your left fingertips towards the floor, increasing the sensation down the left side of your neck. Let's have 2 more breaths here. Inhale, slowly release, bring your head all the way back up, and let's swap to the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Maybe you bring your left hand on top. Maybe you extend your right fingertips down to the floor. Smooth, even breath in and out through the nose. Inhale, release, come all the way back up. Perfect. Find your way to all fours. Inhale here, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bum back towards your heels, child's pose. Forehead towards the floor, but it doesn't have to touch. Inhale, shift forward to all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, move forward to all fours once again. Exhale, come back into child's pose, and we'll have a couple of breaths here. Either keep your arms out in front, or if it feels like a stretch to get your forehead towards the floor, instead make a pillow with your arms. Deep abdominal breaths. Consciously relax any tense parts of your body. Perfect. Inhale, move back to all fours. Let's go through a few cycles of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, look forward without crunching the back of your neck. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone, gaze down. Good, and again, inhale, drop your belly, shoulders away from your ears, pull your chest through. Exhale, round your spine, shoulders move forward, tailbone tucks. One more round, inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round your spine, keep the weight in your hands as well as your knees, chin towards chest. Come back to neutral spine, start to lift your right knee off the floor, flex your right foot, And lift your knee as high as you can without changing the shape of your lower back. So you might notice your right glute starting to activate here. Open your hip, bring your right knee out to the right. Half semicircle, draw your right knee underneath you. Open your hip once again. Lift your knee back to that starting position. 2 more times. Notice how your hips are feeling here. Good. Keep your spine stable. Whenever your knee comes back to the starting point, slowly bring it back to the mat. Other side. Flex your left foot, lift your left knee slowly, find the starting point where your left glute starts to activate, but we're not dropping our belly in any way. Open your hip, bring your left knee out to the side, sweep the knee underneath you into your chest. Open your hip, lift your knee back to that starting point. 2 more times. Trying to get the circle as smooth as possible. Find your edge and gently push against it. Good. Whenever your knee comes back to the starting point, lower it towards the mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine once again. Tuck your toes, exhale to downward facing dog. Lift your tailbone, soften through the knees, push through your hands to your hips, even further away from them. Whilst in your downward dog, you can take any movement that you like. Maybe you want to walk out your feet. You might want to nod, shake your head, loosen any tension in your neck or shoulders. Let's have 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lift your right leg to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Take as many steps as you need to bring this foot forward. Come up onto your fingertips, give your hamstrings a little bit more space. Inhale, straighten your right leg as much as you can. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bend your right knee. 2 more times. Inhale, straighten. The leg does not have to be completely straight. Exhale to lunge. Final time. Inhale, lengthen. And either stay here, chest lifted, or bring your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Gently fold over the right leg. You can take the fold even if you have a bend in your right knee. Relax your shoulders. Observe all of the sensations down the back of your right leg. Perfect. Exhale, bend your right knee. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Step to plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Knees, chest, then chin. Graze your ribs with your elbows. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently squeeze your glutes, your hamstrings. Minimal weight in your hands. Inhale, lift your chest. Use the strength in your spine. Neck long. Exhale, forehead to the floor. Come through all fours to downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lizard lunge. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale, straighten your left leg as much as you can, keeping your spine straight. Exhale, bend your left knee, maybe sink your hips down as well. 2 more times. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lunge. Final round. Let's hold here. Either keep your chest lifted or bring your left hand to the outside of your left leg. Gently fold over your left leg. Breathe into your belly as we fold. Maybe this side feels a lot different to the other, that's okay. Exhale, bend your left knee, bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot, step to plank, lower all the way down to the mat with as much control as possible. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead down, come through all fours to downward facing dog. Perfect. Walk your feet out a little bit wider. Bend your knees. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Toes come out 45 degrees. Lower your tailbone towards the floor. Malasana, our yogi squat. Bring your hands towards heart center, gently pushing against your knees with your elbows. Have 4 deep breaths. Stillness. Good. And if this is plenty, please stay here. Otherwise, start to make circles with your knees, keeping the edges of each foot on the floor. It doesn't matter what direction you chose, we'll go in both anyway. Good. And then start to go in the opposite direction. Maybe this works a little deeper into your ankles. Good, come to center, release your right knee, hover your right knee just off the mat, lift back to center, release your left knee, hover, come all the way back up, 2 more times each side. Good, draw out any sticky parts. Give those spots a little bit of extra attention. Come to finished. Bring your hands to the mat and come to a plank position. Walk your hands forward. Lower your knees to the floor. Keep your hips over your knees. Walk your arms even further out in front of you. Puppy pose. Either your forehead or chin comes to the mat. Draw your lower ribs under slightly to protect your lower back and actively sink your shoulders down to the floor. Good, let's have 2 more breaths here in puppy pose. Inhale, slowly start to come forward onto your stomach. We'll start off in Sphinx pose, so elbows are below the shoulders. Grip the ground with your fingertips. Gently squeeze your glutes to protect your lower back. Lift your chest. If this feels like plenty, stay here. Otherwise, start to lift your elbows off the floor. Maybe you can straighten your arms. Maybe you maintain that bend in your elbows. Shoulders are away from your ears. Good. Keep tucking your tailbone slightly under to elongate your sacrum. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Perfect. Let's take a twist. Bring your left hand towards your left rib. Reach your right arm out to the right. Look to the left. Bend your left knee. Lift your knee. Open your hip. Work your foot as far across your body to the right as you can. Maybe your foot stays lifted. Maybe you bring your foot towards the floor. If you want to go further still, bring your left hand behind your back. Be aware of all of the sensations through your right shoulder. If something doesn't feel okay, ease off immediately. Try to find some comfort in this twist. Inhale, slowly release. Come all the way back to center. Other side, left arm comes out to the left, right hand by your right ribs. Look to the right, bend your right knee, lift your knee, work your foot up and over towards your left. Relax your face onto the mat if that feels okay. Maybe you bring your right hand behind your back. Smooth, steady breaths. Inhale, slowly start to come back onto your front. Bring your left hand in, push your bum back onto your heels. Once again, child's pose to finish. Walk your hands in, come to your upright position. Bring your hands to heart center, bow in, express gratitude, namaste. Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely day.